mountains and 8 seas make one world. 1,000 worlds make one chiliocosm. One chiliocosm to the power of 3, and there's nothing I can't cut.
Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 28 spoilers gracefully dispersed upon the timeline within the last 24 hours. I'm sure y'all have heard the buzz by now, and we have it here for you guys. So we're going to keep it really short and sweet because I want to save a lot of the details about the dialogue concerning these spoilers, quote unquote, concerning chapter 28 for the chapter review actually. So we're going to keep it short and sweet, but I'm going to present to y'all a lot of the big things. When I say big things, right, I mean the big things that go down and occur in this chapter. And it's actually crazy. The hype and buzz is beautiful. So we're going to get down to it and get gritty. First of all, we got Sumire on the cover with Boruto's new sword. And of course, this art is actually hard. I like the new design for Boruto's sword. The hilt is actually pretty different. It gives like that Zoro Wado Ichimoji type vibe, but I guess the scabbard is different as well, the cover for the sword. So we learn a lot of details about the sword, and then also we learn a lot of details about Inojin's jutsu. So a lot of the main things we're going to focus on in the spoiler videos is not necessarily the ins and outs, because there's a whole lot of ins and outs when I tell you guys like there's a whole lot of ins and outs going on inside of this chapter. A lot of good dialogue between Shikamaru, Kashin, Koji. We even got Sai, and a lot of people called it the nail on the head. Like within the last 3 chapters, honestly, people were saying like Sai is gonna call something out, and he comes forth this chapter. So a lot going down, and of course my guy Mamushi, once he finally invades the village. But I think for me the biggest thing, if we keeping it a bean, the biggest thing hands down is Boruto finally activating this damn karma seal and getting down to business. Now I don't know under the context for sure whether it's like Mamushi just warrants this much strength, or is it this under the context or the pretext of Boruto and Momoshiki's deal, right? Is it just like Boruto is now comfortable and decides to use this, or is it that Mamushi's strength actually warranted this, or maybe he just feels safe? Granted, like if he would have had that conversation with Momoshiki prior to him fighting Jura, we may have seen this undergo in the same hand, but we don't have the context. I don't have the context, the full context. So we're going to have to wait until the full official chapters drop. And like I said, gracefully release the spoilers, because we don't even know all of the pages or all of the panels of what actually goes down. I believe there's like about 5 to 7 panels that we have not been released or we are unaware of. So for the most part, the last page that we did get leaked was this Boruto Karma Seal page, and it seems that he's about to turn up not just against 1 Mamushi clone, but 2. And it's even crazy because we find out even earlier in the chapter he completely obliterates a Mamushi clone with his sword, right? And we see it right here, like he shreds this man's head to pieces, pause, and it's actually done very, very gracefully with his new sword. And Sumire actually gets a job well done, because she describes the details about the sword, and long story short, she only registered his chakra, i.e. Boruto's and Sasuke's chakra, in terms of usage of the sword, and being able to constantly have their chakra be drawn out from the sword at a very slow but constant rate that allows the sword to autonomously keep the jutsu Hagoromo active. And she reforged it with some new metals to make it sharper and harder and stuff like that as well, right? And also registering her chakra so she can work on the blade. But this sword basically hinders anyone else from touching it other than these 3 people: Sasuke, Boruto, and Sumire. So if you try to grab the sword, just think back to like the Owl arc, when the plan was in one of the missions to basically get Owl to grab the sword to drain all of his chakra. She says it's going to drain all of their chakra almost instantly. So be careful around, definitely your friends and your comrades. But if the enemy gets their hands on it, like GG's, is good games for you. But we see Boruto one shot a Mamushi clone as he pops up inside of the village. And this is not just some of the craziest things that's going down, because of course by the end of the chapter we got Karma Seal Boruto going crazy. So we're going to see how that battle pans out against my guy Mamushi. Kawaki's getting ready to battle. Everybody's been getting ready to battle. Aside from the conversations between Sumire and Boruto about the sword, we got Sai actually figuring out things going down with Konohamaru, because he's questioning, like, when was the last conversation Konohamaru had in the sensory unit? And they're talking about something, it was last night. And Sai was like, that's interesting. So nothing within the last few minutes. So we're going to have to get some interesting dialogue coming from Sai, hopefully in the last pages that we haven't seen, but most definitely within the next coming up chapters, right? So aside from that, Shikamaru's gathered everybody, and we got a dream team damn near, because we got Sarada, we got Damon, we got Boruto, we got Mitsuki, we got Sumire, we got freaking Chocho, Himawari, Shikadai, Inojin, Kasha Koji, Boruto, and Kaoki. Like this whole damn team is gathering up for this mission, and Shikamaru's going over the details. Like, yeah, Mamushi is about to pull up, and he's after Ada, and Damon's talking his tough talk. But apparently, even with Damon talking his tough talk this chapter, we got confirmation in another future. We see a dead Himawari right there in Inojin's arms, and then we see Ada has been devoured also by a tree. So it's actually telling to me, right? Because obviously, since Himawari's target is Jura, this isn't Jura who caused this scene. It has to be Mamushi, since Ada would be the target, i.e. she's the tree, and Himawari just seems to be a victim, i.e. being dead. And we see Inojin crying. People are trying to call my boy Damon a fraud, but don't worry, guys. We're going to get some full information coming soon. I'm not backing down on any claims I've made about Damon. Is still 10 toes. Like he said in the chapter, don't worry, he ain't going to let that thing get to Ada. But unfortunately, in a future, that thing got to Ada, pause. So we're going to have to figure out how he actually got the drop on Damon, or like I've been speculating in these last few chapters, that he finds a way to separate Damon and Ada on the battlefield to make sure Ada is vulnerable at the time, which will make the most sense. But we're going to see how everything unfolds. Like I said, we're going to have full details about the dialogue in the chapter review, but this is the main beats and the main details that I wanted to pinpoint for the spoiler video. So look forward to it. We're going to have more information, of course, on my guy Inojin's jutsu, and they kind of break it down. They give a little bit more intricate details for it, so we're going to save that for the chapter review. But that definitely comes in handy once Mamushi starts to invade the village. And as we see, man, he's invading the village. He's talking to the regular citizens, like, yo, where's Ada? And then Boruto's popping up like, my guy, let me show you how we really get down and gritty. So we got to see, is this Karma Seal really a good solid deal? And if Kawaki pops up, how is he going to react? The Boruto spoilers are actually crazy, so let me know. Until my next video, until the chapter review, holla at your boy. I'ma holla at y'all. Black at you out. Yes, sir. Ski.